Mr. Roy Gladstone Bardowell,
Yeah,
this is your life.
it's my life.
Okay, Dad. Where were you born and when?
I was born in Jamaica, British West Indies, 1922, April 9, 1922,
Um,
in the town of Savamore, which is a little village on the western side of the island.
do you know how your family came to Jamaica?
Not really. All I know, they came there and they met and got married.
Okay,
My mother's second marriage, because she
what
had
nationality was your mother and father?
uh, Middle East, which is from Syria and Lebanon.
Okay, and then they
Middle East.
migrated over to Jamaica.
Yeah.
You don't have no idea when though.
No, I
Okay.
didn't.
What was your father's name?
Andrew
Last name?
Bardowell,
Okay. And mother's name?
Marie. He was married with Hamadi.
Okay.
Our maiden name is Shiguri.
Okay. And brothers, let's go with brothers and sisters now.
Okay. Well, after me came,
Are you the oldest?
yeah,
You're the oldest.
yeah. There was John.
Okay.
Uh, Amin.
How old was John? Do you know when John was born?
John was about, I was born in 1925. I think it was January 1925.
Okay. And
then
he's the second oldest, right?
Yeah, and the third is Amin. He was born in July 1925.
Everybody was born in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then Gloria. And she was in November 26th, I think.
Of what year?
28.
Okay.
I said Amin was 27, 28, okay. And then George, not George, Eddie. Eddie was born in was it May, I think, 1932.
Okay. Who else?
And they were all born in Kingston, which
Okay.
is the capital of Jamaica. And then my mother moved back to Savamore because my father lost his business during the Depression years in 1930.
What kind of business?
It was in the wholesale business, selling merchandise like
Okay.
goods and stuff. And he lost everything. And then she somehow got Hannah, which is in the business, to help stock the store for her in Savamore so she could open another store. And the store was one time belonged to my grandmother.
Okay.
And her son was using it, but he had died and the store was empty. And so he stocked like everyday goods on consignment. But we didn't have any money to buy the stuff. And then it prospered, and the business turned, and then we bought like an estate, 20 acres, about 3 miles from Savamore, with a pool, like a river in the back.
Okay.
And had stuff growing on it. We had pigs, goats, cows, sugar cane, which we would cut and sell. And then we had orange trees, you name it, 20 acres.
What was the name of the store?
The name of the store? Gee, I can't remember what she called the store. Anyhow,
That's
the
okay.
place that was known as Farm Pit.
Okay.
And in the front, in the entrance to the house, on the gate, there were 2 big palm trees. And the guy who owned the house needed palm trees because he used to come home drunk, and when he sees his palm trees, he knew that this was his house.
Okay.
So he bought the palm trees. And it was, I would say, about a good 600 feet from the road to the house. So it's a long driveway, right?
Yes.
And this was a big old house, 2 stories. There was no electric at the time, so we had to use kerosene lamps.
How old were you at that time?
I probably was about 10 years old.
Okay.
That was 1932, I think. Yeah. And 3 years later, George was born.
Okay.
And I made it 5 of us.
5 altogether.
Yeah.
5 siblings.
5, yeah, from the second marriage. Yeah.
Okay. How many siblings are still alive?
How many were still alive?
Yeah.
3, 4, obviously. George, Eddie died.
Yes.
George, me, Gloria, and John. 4.
Okay.
4, 2 died. 6 or 6. 6 of us.
Okay. You got a pretty good bloodline.
Yeah.
For a long life.
Yeah. So.
When did you come? When did you come to America? And how did that come about?
During the war, I came over and worked for about 18 months on the farm.
Okay.
For the government. They moved us from place to place. I used to live in old army barracks. And they would, I remember coming here, I was getting 40 cents an hour.
Big money.
We were getting everything free, right? Food,
Yes.
Clothing, everything. And after that, I went back because I found that I heard my mother was sick.
Okay.
And I went back about 1944. And she found that she was sick. She was having cancer. She died a year later in 45.
Okay.
And 2 years later, I came over here, sponsored by my Aunt Esme.
Okay.
Because I found out where she was living, and she had to have a sponsor to come. Then I went through the U.S. Customs in Jamaica, got my papers, and came over
Okay.
in 1947.
1947.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You got married to Gracie. How did that come about?
Yeah, okay. 1947. I met Grace in 49.
2 years after coming to America.
Yeah, right.
Where were you living at that time?
Where was living with my aunt? Esme.
Where did she live?
In Palisades Park.
Okay.
Palisades, yeah. North Bergen, Palisades Street, up here.
Okay.
Okay, I can't remember exactly. Anyhow, John was in the Army. In fact, I missed the draft by 4 months.
Okay.
But he got caught in the draft because he came back and he served a year in the Army. And we came home to a visit, and we went to the movie in North Bergen. And sitting right in front of us was 2 girls.
Okay.
So John is the one who's anyhow, he said to the girls, they looked like they had White's outfit on, like a nurse.
Okay.
So we thought they were nurses, right? So we started talking to them. And they asked them if they would like to go and get a drink. But actually, they misunderstood what we meant. With a fountain next to the, we're going to take them to the fountain next and have a fountain, like a soda.
Yes.
Ice cream soda fountain. So they, after the show, we came out and they said, okay, but you know what they did? They walked into the ladies' room and they never came back out. They waited a long time, so figured we would leave, right? John said, no, I'm not going to have to come out. So they came out and said, anyhow, so we took him at the fountain. I thought we were going to take him to the bar where he was done. And his girlfriend, I forgot what her name was now, lives in Brooklyn. Okay? We had a car. So this says, okay, we take her girlfriend up to our house in Brooklyn. And we got to the house. We decided to say about something about Coney Island. I've never been to Coney Island. So I think it was Dorothy. Okay, Dorothy says, okay, let's go to Coney Island. It's probably after midnight, about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning. So we went to Coney Island at the beach, and we sat on a log out there. And in the meantime, I was driving. Dorothy was on the right side of the car, John in the back, and Grace was in the back. And John was trying to make out. I just slapped him. Anyhow, so we got down to the shore, you know.
Okay, John was trying.
John found out I can't get by with Grace. He went to talk to Dorothy, and I was talking to Grace, and then we started to get sun started to come up now, off the over the horizon.
Yes.
Okay, and the sun coming up, and Gracie says, "Hey, look, the sunset's coming up." You know, it's like, you know what I said? The sunset's coming up.
Yeah.
Instead of the sun rising, she said the sunset. Right?
Yeah.
So anyhow, so we out there, were talking. I was getting sun's coming out now in daylight. So we went to one of those places where you can put money in the slot machine and get a sandwich or something.
Yes.
Coffee. And we had breakfast.
Okay.
4 of us. Now, instead of Dorothy going home, she came back to New Jersey with us again.
Okay.
The reason for that, because they didn't have a telephone. Nobody's got to check to find out where she was.
Okay.
So the parents
Well,
figured
how old were they at this time?
About 26.
And how old were you?
I was 26.
All right, so they were about the same. No, so Gracie would have been about 23 then.
No, 5 years younger.
5 years.
21.
21. Okay.
Right. So we came back. We didn't have enough money to take the tunnel to come back. We had enough money to come across the ferry.
Okay.
Ferry was cheaper.
How much was the tunnel at that
25
point?
cents.
It was 25 cents?
25 cents to get a ferry from New York to New Jersey.
Okay, now it's $6. Just to let you know.
Is what it is?
Yes.
Well, movies were about 25 cents a good movie. And anyhow, so we came back to our house, and she told me our father worked at the liquor store, but actually what he was doing is cleaning the liquor store. He was actually like a part-time job there.
Okay.
And if I remember right, at the time I was working for Gibeon Radio, and I told her where I was working. So one morning she came down.
Well, how did that come into play that you were working in the radio? How did you learn how to fix radios?
She didn't know how to fix radio.
No, you were working in Gibeon Radio.
Right. Televisions.
Yeah, how did that come about?
Oh, in 1950? Well, first I looked for a job, and then I was working for a guy fixing radios, and then I went to another place that was Jockems,
Okay.
part-time, and then afterward I went to work for Gideon.
So how'd you learn how to fix radios in the first place?
Well, because I had a license for radio, to fix radios, not TV at the time.
Okay, but how did you get the training now?
Through correspondence courses.
Okay, like RCA or something?
Yeah, right.
Okay.
So then TV starts coming out, and went to RCA to fix on TV sets.
Okay.
Anyhow, after I told her why I was working, she came down and we got together again, and she told me her birthday was going to be next weekend,
Okay.
which will be August the 7th.
Okay.
And so decided, okay, we'll meet. And we drove up to our aunt up in Port Jervis, New York.
Okay.
I spent the weekend up there. And I asked her if she wanted to go steady. She said, okay. That's how it started.
Okay. When did you ask her to get married?
Well,
How long were you dating Grace before you asked her to?
Well, we got married in May the following year. This was 49, 50.
Okay, so you got married in 1950.
Yeah. Mother's Day on May 14th. 1950 was Mother's Day. That's the day we got married.
Okay.
It was a Sunday.
Okay, where did you guys live when you first got married?
Good question. After I came back from honeymoon, we had to rent an apartment. Furnished apartment, because we didn't have enough money to buy furniture.
Okay.
So we lived in this apartment for probably about almost a year, I guess. We saved up enough money to buy furniture and move into an apartment.
Okay.
At the time, it was hard if I'd get an apartment. I had to pay money on it to see if I'd get one.
Really?
Yeah, because of the war.
Do you know where it was that you lived?
Yeah, it was 111. It was in West New York, 61st Street.
Okay.
111 61st Street.
111.
Yeah, it was a big apartment house.
Okay.
About 5 floors.
That was you guys'
We were
first.
on the 3rd floor.
How long did you live there?
4 years, because Wayne was born there.
Roy.
Roy, I mean. I said we.
Okay, that's all right.
Roy was born in the hospital, but Bruce then was in the house.
What day was Roy born? Do you remember?
Yeah. March 10th,
March 10th. What year?
1954.
Okay, so you guys were married 4 years before Roy came along.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Okay, how about Cheryl?
Cheryl was born September of next year.
Did you live in the same place at that time?
Yeah.
You lived in the same apartment, 111 61st Street.
Right.
Okay. When did you guys move from there?
Well, we bought a car, a Chevrolet Impala.
Okay. What year?
I think it was a 56, 55 or 55, I think it was.
Nice car, right?
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
Then
You bought it new?
We decided we were going to find a house.
You bought it new?
The house?
No, the car. You bought the car
Yeah,
new?
the car was brand new, $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. And,
Wow. You know what?
4-door.
You know what that car's worth today?
Yeah, I know. Anyhow, let me see if I can remember. We decided we're going to look for a piece of property to build because the guy was advertising the house in Bergen County that he'd build on your lot.
Okay.
All you need was $1,500 down.
All right. Where in Bergen County?
All you need was $500 down.
Where in Bergen County? Do you remember where it was?
No. Somewhere probably like Route 4 maybe.
Okay.
$500 down, they'll build it on your lot.
Okay.
3 bedrooms, living room, kitchen, dining, and on a basement.
Okay.
What else? That's it, right? And so we looked around for lots, so you couldn't find anything cheap enough, so we could afford. So what we did is we see this lot on Colfax Road, $1,500.
But how did you end up in Wayne? I don't understand. You were just driving around looking for lots?
Right.
And you just happened to go to Wayne Township.
Right, At the time, we were only population 12,000 people.
In Wayne Township.
Wayne Township.
That's amazing.
Yeah. And so then, for us to buy the lot, I had to sell the car.
Okay.
I had to sell the car. And Clemmy, which is a friend of Gracie,
Yes.
sister, was getting rid of all the old Chevrolet she had. They'd probably give her $100 for it or something like that. So we sold our car, and we said we could buy the lot.
How much did you get for the car?
I forgot.
Well, at that point, it was how old was the car? You didn't have it that long, right?
No, no. Because this was 56 then.
Yeah, you was brand new cars, 1 year old,
Right,
right?
yeah, right. So we needed money to buy the lot. And we had $500 to put down on the property, on the house. And that's how we started getting the house built. So we're trying to get a permit. They would give a permit because there's no place to put the septic tank. I figured you'll leak out into the road because of the, but we had to dig it out, straighten out, and take as much the dirt down. So we could
Yes.
put the lot in there. So you could put the septic tank in. Like the tank and then the bed where the water drain out into it.
Yes.
And that's the only way we could build, get a permit. We had to make sure that, figure out some way to get the permit, the thing in there.
So then they let you do it then?
Huh?
Then they let you do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Had a rough time though.
All right. Did you had a hand building the house, right? You helped build that house.
No, not the original builder. No, after it was finished, then I started to improve it.
Oh, okay. Okay. Do you remember how much the house was?
Yeah. The lot was 1,500. The house was 12,500.
Okay.
About 1,400. I'm around a few extra stuff in there, probably about maybe 15,000. Complete after.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next child would be Tammy. When was Tammy born?
Okay, Tammy was born in 1960. March 24th, 1960.
Yes, that's correct.
She's right up in Poplar Plains, the hospital up there.
Yes. Do you remember the name of the hospital?
Yeah. What was it? Compton Memorial or something?
Chilton Memorial.
Right.
It's no longer a hospital now.
No?
It's now the Hall of Records.
You're kidding me.
No, but there's a new Chilton Hospital that they built away from that site.
Really?
Yeah, the original site where we were born is now the Hall of Records.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, is the hospital still there too? Wayne Hospital used to be Patterson something.
Yeah, I believe that's still there. Yes.
There.
Yes. Okay. Okay. How did you end up getting this store, Gibeon Radio?
Okay. He decided he wanted to retire and moved to California. I forget what year it was.
His name was Gibeon.
Right. So I kept the name. And then me and another partner bought it out. And then he was a World War II vet. He used to live upstairs from where the store was. So he used to live with the Gibeons first, but then he moved up to. He used to work for the state of Florida, state of New Jersey. He used to work for the state.
How long did you have the store for?
Let me see, 1906. I owned the store before you were born. Probably about 1960. You were born in 64.
62.
62.
Yes. All right, so you had it for what, a good
Maybe 3 years before you were born.
Okay, but then you kept the store after that.
Yeah. Kept it until your mother died.
Okay. Let's next thing I would like to know. I'm gonna give this video to all the siblings too. I'm gonna send a copy of this to all of them. So, you had the store until 1971, right when Mom died.
Until yeah. Well, actually, I moved to another store, but
Oh, where was this store located?
on
Was it Bergen Line Ave?
Bergline Avenue,
Do you remember?
West New York.
Do you remember the address?
Was Gibeon was 6205.
62. Okay.
Right. I think I moved up to 67 something.
67th Street.
Yeah.
That's West New York?
Actually,
Or was that Union City?
yeah. No, West New York.
West New York.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go into a little bit about 1971. Mom died, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did you hear about that? Like, what exactly took place?
Okay, I was in a store working. Eddie called me up.
But how did Eddie get involved?
Eddie got involved because they called him.
They couldn't get a hold of you.
No, they didn't want to get hold of me and tell me that she died.
Oh, but at that point she already had died.
Oh yes, yeah.
So they called Eddie.
Eddie, and he says, Roy, close the store and come up here. I want to see you. He had his gas station in Bergen County.
No, and on
Boulevard.
was that Kennedy
Bergen
Boulevard? Bergen Boulevard. Oh, wasn't it Kennedy Boulevard? No.
Huh?
Kennedy Boulevard? No. What was that?
No, Bergen Boulevard.
It was Bardowell's Boulevard, Texaco.
Right.
Okay.
When I got up there, it says, Gracie died. That just about killed me. I was ready to jump in the truck and drive up. He says, no, I'll have to go take you up. He wouldn't let me drive.
What kind of health problems did Mommy have? Because there's conflicting information that I've been getting over the
Your
years.
mother has, she was heavy,
Yes.
right? She had high blood pressure.
Was she on medication?
No.
But she should have been.
She had to go to the doctors.
She should have been on medication.
I know, she didn't.
Okay.
And she was smoking.
Okay.
Got 3 things against her, right? The day before she died, that night, her mother called up and says, Dad Gracie, come up and get her because she can't stand the woman she's staying with.
I'm talking about Grace's mother.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. So Gracie had to go that night up to New York to pick up, get her, bring her down. Got home around 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. She came to bed. Nothing seems in any problem, right? The grandmother decided to take all the dishes out of this cabinets and wash them. Right? Nothing wrong with it. I think a friend, Auntie Gracie got up. After Gracie got up, I guess she was to call her friend over and up the links to come on over to the house because she was having an argument with her mother. And I forgot what her name was now. But the other friend, how she met her was when Kenny was born. She was having the baby at the same time and they both were born at the same time in the hospital.
Do you remember what her name was?
No, I can't think of her name right now.
Alright, doesn't matter.
Anyhow, so she came over, his friend came over. And I said, must be the friend I called Eddie. And before I left the morning to go to work, your grandma said to me, bring Florence up when you come home. No, Florence is her sister, you know that?
Yes.
Right. Okay. Just like that, she's invited Florence to come up and help her mother, So she was having an argument with her mother or what. And I understand is that the refrigerator broke. And she had the guy come to look at the refrigerator. And I understand she was cleaning out the refrigerator. Just clean the refrigerator because I guess the food was not spoiled or whatever. So she started cleaning the refrigerator and she collapsed right there, right on the ground. Just like that, just right. Like,
Well, my recollection.
I understand she was complaining about chest pains before, but she thought it was indigestion.
Okay.
She was having a nerve heart attack.
Just a massive heart attack.
Thrombosis, the worst there can be.
Okay. Well, my recollection of what happened is I came home from school. Tammy and I came home from school one day, and Mrs. Reed was at the bus stop waiting for us. And she said, you and Tammy have to come over to my house because your mother's not feeling well. You know what I mean? And that's when...
That was January 7th.
Yeah, I think that's when I figured out. Yes.
1971.
January 7th, 1971. Yes.
So she wasn't there sometime around between 11 and 12.
Nobody knows really when or exactly, right?
No.
Somebody was...
Dr. Radcliffe is the one that signed the death.
Okay. That was her doctor of record, right? Dr.
He's
Radcliffe.
the one that delivered you.
Okay.
I think with Tammy.
But
Tammy doctor she relevant to.
he was a GYN. He was a GYN doctor.
Yeah, right.
Not really a general practitioner.
No.
So I wonder why she was going to him.
Because she didn't want you to believe it. He was very skeptical about doctors.
Okay.
Supposed to see another doctor about the blood pressure. I understand they said she never got to visit. She had an appointment, she never went to see him. She wants to give some blood test or whatever it is because I understand the doctor said she might have a touch of diabetes.
Okay.
Because her mother had diabetes.
So all us kids have to
So
really...
she had an appointment to see him and then she drove away to him.
All us kids have to watch that now. Right? But that's the first I ever heard of that.
First time, really?
Yeah, our grandmother had it.
Your mother had it, grandmother had it.
Yeah, our grandmother had it.
Yeah.
On mommy's side.
Just started getting it.
And now we find out that she was borderline diabetic.
Yeah. Just started getting it. Tammy might be the first one to get it. She ever,
Why Tammy?
because Tammy's getting heavy.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's short, she might not. She might not get it.
Alright, so... Alright, that basically covers Gracie's death. So basically, from that point on, from 1971, like, you sold the store, right? Or you gave up the store.
I gave up the store, bring all the merchandise up to the house.
And started working at it. Did you own it? Did you own the store? Or you rented the store?
I rented the store.
Or you rented that space?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had my phone number transferred to Eddie's store and shop.
Okay.
In case there was calls. To an answer machine. And that would get them, if they had to have it to repairs, I would come down and do it.
Alright, so you would travel all the way from Wayne.
Yeah. Because just one, nobody else fix it.
You were like the only one that knew how to...
One that we trust you.
Well, even with today's technology and the televisions, you still know how to fix them. Right?
Oh yeah, you don't,
Even though it went solid state, you still know you still can fix them.
since there's so much things changed since then. Now you don't even have to repair them anymore, just take a whole section out, put it on one.
Yeah, that's true. Modular.
That thing, I don't know why that wasn't plugged in, a socket so you could plug this tuner in. The one that
No, it was done by machine.
Yeah.
Okay, so... Okay. Um, how long was it until you met Janet?
Well, Janet, let me see, 1971, Gracie died.
You had already known
Oh
Janet?
yeah, I know Janet because Bob and Steve were in the Scouts
Okay.
in Pines Lake.
Okay.
So I knew her then, but she used to live in Pines Lake
Okay.
with our father at the time.
You were a scoutmaster.
I was a Scoutmaster.
Let's go into that a little bit here. What was your troop number?
Was it 70?
107.
107.
107. Okay. Troop 107. How long were you a scoutmaster?
5 years.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to pause this. Okay. So how long were you a scoutmaster with Troop 107?
5 years.
5 years.
Then I was a neighborhood commissioner and then a commissioner and all those things I was doing for the Scouts.
Okay. You used to go camping a lot.
Well, not a lot. I wouldn't say a lot, but
But you enjoyed being a scoutmaster?
yeah.
Did that kind of help keep your mind off the fact that you lost Gracie?
Um,
Did you kind of lose
oh
your?
yeah, I would say. Beside that, I think a year later, there came the sexton of the church,
Yes.
and I worked there for what, about 5, 7 years, I think.
Okay.
So I had another, and then in 1972, the superintendent of Wayne's needed bus drivers,
Okay.
and 73, December, June of 73, I would say, while school was out.
Okay.
No, it's July. And asked if I would want to drive a school bus. I said, I don't know. So he forced me to sign up right. So I went down and I took the bus out for test.
Okay.
So I said, okay. I started that September when school opened. I drove a school bus, 73.
Okay.
And I did that for 20 years.
How old were you when you did that?
73, I was 71. No, it can't be 71.
No. How old were you when Gracie died?
71.
46. No, you were 48.
When Gracie died?
You were 48 because she was 43.
Yeah. She died of 71. She would be 27. She was born 27 to 40 to 71 is how much?
Well, in 71 she was 43. Right?
I guess so, yeah.
So you were 48 then.
Yeah.
You were 48 years old.
Right,
So
when she died.
you were 50 when you started driving the bus.
Probably around 50, 51 I was.
51 when you started driving the
Because
bus.
I was retired at 71.
Okay.
I retired at 71, 20 years.
Okay. So you met Janet. When did you act? Well, you knew Janet. You knew Janet from the Scouts and stuff
I
like.
knew Janet, right. Then we had, in the church, we had what is known as a wine and cheese party once a year in November, I think it was.
Okay.
So I asked her if she wants to go to go from parents to parents' houses, different,
Okay.
for the party, for the cheese happening, cheese and some wine.
Okay.
And we went together then since then.
Okay.
So it'll be about November of 73.
Okay.
1973. November 73.
Okay. And then you got married to Janet when?
86, July 86. July 12th, 86.
Okay. And you still lived in Wayne at that time, Colfax Road.
Right.
When did you sell the house on 623 Colfax Road?
Gee, can't remember what year that was, Wayne.
I'm pretty sure it was 1981.
Was it 81?
I'm pretty sure.
Could be. Because we moved into a Carol place in 86. Yeah, because after we sold it, I moved into our house in
Sunset
Sunset.
Terrace.
Right.
And how long did you live there for? About 5 years?
Until we moved to,
Couple of years.
yeah, until we got to Carol Place. We moved together, bought the house at Carol Place together. You know. And
Okay, and then you bought the house in Carroll Place in 1985.
yeah,
And when did you move to Florida?
71. After I retired.
Moved to Florida in 1993.
Yeah.
And built a house on 97th Fairway where you now reside.
Yeah.
And we are about out of tape. So this has been your life. Recorded on videotape. Say bye.
Bye, Wayne.
Say bye, everybody.